my fight fans? So we got ourselves some crazy breaking news in the boxing world. We got ourselves Floyd Mayweather. I did a video previously regarding Floyd Mayweather's return. You know, we all know he's going to take on Mike Tyson in a exhibition fight. I can't know exactly when the time or date is, so not sure yet. But there's bigger news than that. We got ourselves a rematch. 11 years in the making. It is Floyd Mayweather taking on Manny Pacquiao at the Sphere, Las Vegas, Nevada, on Netflix. Guys, oh my God, is that big news or what? I mean, I guess it depends on what you think, what do you consider big news and whatnot. I've already heard and seen a lot of kind of like mixed feelings about this fight. A lot of people are not sure why they're going to make this fight. A lot of people are not sure what it's going to do for boxing. Basically making all that noise regarding that. Now, my opinion is I don't mind it because it kind of feels like almost a slow year for boxing. Because if you really truly think about it, with Canelo Alvarez being out, with Terence Crawford retiring, there really is, and of course, the unfortunate incident that happened with Anthony Joshua. We're not sure if he's ever going to return. Tyson Fury is returning. So it feels like a bit of a slower year for boxing, if you ask me. There really is no real big, huge fights that we can look forward to at this moment. We all know when Canelo Alvarez returns, he's not too big on fighting anybody within the light heavyweight division. Maybe a Dimitri Bivol, but that's not big. What we really want to see is David Benavidez, and we've already been down that road. He is not too big on facing David Benavidez. He is not in no rush or even is ever going to face David Benavidez, so that's one big fight. You know, with the unfortunate incident that did happen with Anthony Joshua, we do not know if he's ever going to really come back and have that big, massive fight that we all want to see with him and Tyson Fury. So, yeah, again, there really is nothing big out there. Again, Terence Crawford, we don't know if anybody's going to want to bring him out. So, yeah, we do not know. So, Floyd Mayweather has always been a huge name in the boxing world. Manny Pacquiao, of course, has always been a huge name in the boxing world. Now, are these guys going to be much older? Yes, they're 47, 49 years old, I believe. If not a little older, I think. But I think 49. Floyd's 49. I think Manny's 47, maybe 46. But still, these guys still can pop. Well, sorry. Manny Pacquiao can still pop. Not like he used to. Again, these fighters are nowhere near like they used to be. That's hands down, goes without saying. And Manny Pacquiao recently did fight against Mario Barrios. We saw what happened there. It was a draw. And we all saw what Ryan Garcia did to Mario Barrios. So it is a little concerning for Manny Pacquiao. Like we all would have hoped that he would have been able to do a lot more damage like Ryan Garcia did. But that did not happen. Manny Pacquiao, again, much more slower. But you also guys got to remember, Manny Pacquiao never really truly relied on his boxing. He was more of a brawler, liked to throw a lot of punches, liked to move in and out. And those are the things that mostly you have to have when you're much younger. Being the fact that he's in his late 40s now, a lot of that is going to go. Speed's going to go, reflexes are going to go, instincts are going to go. You know, they're not there. Floyd Mayweather, on the other hand, he played his career well because he was a boxer and he took lesser damage. He took lesser punches. And he's very more on, you know, countering and such, moving around the ring. So we all know how Floyd Mayweather fights. That's actually more doable for an older fighter to do in the boxing ring. We all remember Bernard Hopkins. I think he fought well into his 50s, and Juan Tito was in his 50s, close to at least, or late 40s, close to 50s, and because he always had that boxing style, you know, move around, throw a few shots, move around, and hold, you know, basically not the most exciting, but definitely that something's going to keep him less damage. It's going to keep him from getting more damage than more of the brawler and guys that like to throw hands a lot more. So there's that as far as that goes. So could Floyd Mayweather look really, really good and Manny Pacquiao look bad? We do not know. But as far as what this does for boxing goes, I mean, I don't mind it, guys. Like I said, there's not really a lot of big fights happening, so this could actually make some good, give time for bigger fights to be made, and let the dust being settled, and hopefully we could build some names on this undercard. And that's something I really feel like can help the boxing world, because a lot of people are going to tune in. A lot of people are really going to tune in. They're going to want to see this. We all We all remember that first fight wasn't the greatest. It was 6 years in the making. Now this one's 11 years in the making. So almost like what is that? 17 years in the making for a 1 and 2 fight. Kind of crazy, but it is what it is. And they can really stack this undercard. If they can really stack this undercard with some really good rising stars, and I don't mean like guys are like in the flyweights or in the straw weights or somebody on the very bottom of the welterweights, or like people that we do not know of. Like if you throw like a Virgil Ortiz, if you throw maybe a Shakur Stevenson, if you throw on somebody that is right there to become a next big star, but they just need that little bit more of a push, you know, because right now we got the hardcores that know all these good fighters right now. 100%. You're a hardcore fan, you know a lot of the great boxers right now, the ones that people talk about. But if you're not a hardcore and you're just more of a casual fan, like, and all the casuals definitely know who Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao is. So when they tune in, those casual fans are gonna check out like, hey, who is this Shakur Stevenson? Who is this Virgil Ortiz? Who is this Ennis Boots? Who is this guy? When you put those guys on that card, it will help them elevate to more star status, because that's what boxing needs. We do not have enough stars in the boxing world, and a lot of stars that we do have are retiring. Tyson Fury retired, but he always retires. Canelo Alvarez is almost on his way out. Terrence Crawford is pretty much gone. You know, Gervonta Davis, he's dealing with a lot of craziness. You got Ryan Garcia, who's a massive star, and he's always been a star, so he never really needed any help. You know, Virgil Ortiz has the potential of becoming a star, and Ennis Boots has the potential of becoming a star. You know, maybe Errol Spence could get on this card, and people could get reminded on how good Errol Spence once was. So yeah, there's so much that can actually happen to make this big with the help of Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. You see, with Oscar De La Hoya, he was the massive star. He's the one that made a lot of other great fighters. You got to remember, no disrespect to Floyd, no disrespect to Manny, but he was the A-side. He was the man. He was the one that made things bigger for those guys. When they were fighting other guys, yeah, they were in good fights. Yeah, they were entertaining. And yeah, they were pretty, you know, they were decently known. They had some eyes on them. But when, you know, the bigger guys, when he fought Oscar De La Hoya, they became more mainstream because Oscar De La Hoya was the mainstream star. He was the man that everybody wanted to be like. If you look at the pay-per-view buys for Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather in their fights before Oscar De La Hoya, they weren't the greatest. I don't even think any of them broke 500,000. But once they fought Oscar De La Hoya, they went to millions, maybe below millions, but still way more than what they were doing. And that's what these guys didn't get to do, because Manny Pacquiao, yeah, he fought a lot of guys, but he also beat a lot of the younger guys. So they didn't get to become more massive stars. Same thing with Floyd Mayweather. He fought a lot of younger guys. They didn't become massive stars. So these guys became massive stars because they were able to beat the star. So now that they're fighting each other, they can actually help build up stars, help build up guys in boxing by putting them on their undercard, and it will actually make it a lot more interesting, especially if it's really good. Like if you get a Shakur Stevenson versus Ryan Garcia, you get a couple of good heavyweights that a lot of people are not too well known of, or you get a couple of guys in the bantamweight, or not, excuse me, the bantamweights, the lightweights, that not a lot of people know, the casuals don't know, but the diehard fans know. Then yeah, it's going to be way interesting, and after that, you're going to see a lot more people tune in because they're going to be excited to see these guys. Now, of course, it's also on these guys to make it where like, hey, I want to see you fight more. The reason why we want to see Floyd fight is because we want to see him lose. The reason why we want to see Manny Pacquiao fight, because he was in very exciting fights. So it's also not just us as fans that want to be able to see these guys fight. We also want to be able to be like, I don't want to miss this guy fight because he's exciting. Or I hate this guy so much, I want to see him lose. So hopefully we can do something with that. But as far as this goes, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather goes, it's very interesting. I am very much looking forward to it because I am such a diehard fan of these guys, and I just kind of want to see it. You know, it's not necessarily something like, oh my God, it's going to be the greatest fight ever. It's going to be the biggest fight ever. Is it going to even be bigger than the first fight? No, 100% no. I mean, this is nowhere near going to be that. It's probably going to do half the numbers, if that. You know, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather is the biggest fight ever done in boxing. I know they had that Conor Floyd thing, but I don't really consider that a boxing fight. I really don't. That was an exhibition. Regardless what the record says, regardless what the promotion said, it was an exhibition, hands down. Boxer, fighter, whatever you want to call it. When it comes to boxing, 100%, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather is number 1. This is not even going to be number 5, I believe, just because of how long we waited, and just because how old these guys are, and just because the unknown of Floyd Mayweather. We do not know what he's going to be like. And we do not want, I don't want to see him in this whole Mike Tyson thing. I'll talk about that later on down the line. But that's going to show us, like, dude, what the hell? It would be different if he took on a lesser known opponent or a lesser opponent, but same weight class type of thing. And we got to finally see, like, hey, all right, these guys are actually, there's something there. Floyd Mayweather still has something. But his last real fight, I think, was what, against Logan Paul or something like that? Or that was an exhibition. Maybe he fought a couple of exhibitions over Japan. Just, yeah, it's just crazy. And then we all see Manny Pacquiao. He still got some pop, but he's nowhere near the same as he once was. So, guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather 2, 11 years in the making. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.